You listen to me, you bitch.
Get her, bitch.
Oh my God. Why would anybody take their dog for a walk in a stroller? We're fishing the other day. I forgot to bring this up. I think I did. Either way, I'm bringing it up now. We're fishing. All of a sudden, okay, this happened twice because we went to the same spot twice. This lady is walking her dog, but it's in like a baby stroller. And it's one of those little yapper dogs. Yip, 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 yip. At everything. Wind blows. It starts yapping at it. We're fishing. It's nice and calm. And all of a sudden you hear this dog freaking out. I look over and it's this lady. She's like, calm down, Mittens, or whatever the name is. Cocoa Beans, stop it. It's barking at other dogs that are being nice and walking with their owners. It's freaking out probably because it's in a freaking stroller. It's like it has misplaced anger and it's taking it out on the other dogs and other people. Why would you take your dog for a walk in that? I don't get that. It's already been spayed or neutered. Now you're just making it worse. More salt to the wound. We're not even going to let you walk. We're going to put you in a stroller, pamper you, and all the other dogs are going to look at you and laugh at you. That's what's going to happen. That's why it's mad and then barking at people. But I'm just sitting there thinking, what? That's basically animal cruelty. So we went there twice to that same lake. It happened the first time, and I remember I'm helping my son do something with the line, and I'm like, Jackson, look behind us. That dog's in a stroller. What the heck is going on here? And we laugh at other people, right? It's good family bonding, okay? Father-son moment where we can just laugh at other people. Point, laugh behind their back. Good times. I'm teaching them young. But then what was it, like a week or so later, we go again, this time with his friend and my daughter as well. Same freaking dog and same freaking owner. And it's in the same stupid stroller. And it's having a bitch fit, barking at everybody else. I don't get it. Don't get it. Calm down, Snugglebutt. I know you're angry. Yeah, chew on something. Blah, blah, blah. Here's some food. I'm going to make you fat. Maybe it's too fat to walk. Maybe that's what it is because she's constantly. I'm just assuming she's a bad owner. That's really what I'm getting to. I was trying to be nice about it. Be like, what's going on? No, she's a bad human being. Let it fucking walk. Maybe got its legs broken because some other dogs were mad at it. I don't know. That's kind of fucked up. So it sees it and be like, you're the one in the goddamn stroller. Yeah, no, you saying why is my dog, bad dogs like have a weird accent? They're like, I've seen you in the stroller a couple times rounding about this here lake. Now we're going to break your fucking leg so you'll always be in that goddamn stroller. My name's Mittens. Fuck off. Mittens is a cat name. Anyway, that's dumb. Anyway, we got a great show today. Better than this opening segment, I'll tell you that much. I will tell you that much. Mooch. Shedeur Sanders lit the NFL on fire. Well, mostly social media. He had a good game. Great game. But what can we read into that? We'll get into that. Recapping the Broncos 49ers. There's some amazing feat going on in the Atlantic Ocean that nobody's really talking about other than Barstool Sports. And kudos to them. We'll get into that. That's exciting. Also, some crazy headlines that may freak you out. Because the end of the world's right around the corner. Or something crazy, something else is going to happen. I don't know. We'll get into that. Just trust me. Harvard scientists are talking about this. We'll get into it. But real quick, make sure you click on the follow button wherever you're consuming this, or like it, or interact with the show, leave a comment, however you're doing it, whether it's on Spotify or something else. Make sure you do that. Also, remember, today's show is presented to you by the great people over at Roof Goat USA. And also ZipRecruiter. Dude, back in the day, I used to be a hiring manager for multiple restaurants that I worked at, as well as helping with the hiring process in radio. And it was always hard because sometimes you just get so many freaking candidates, so many resumes just puking into the door. You're like, oh man, it's a lot. But then you got to weed through them because most of the people just didn't have the experience or the right skills. And it was very frustrating because you just have to be weeding through those. And basically, it's like, trying to find a needle in a haystack just to get a good candidate. I mean, geez, but not with ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter finds amazing candidates for you fast. And right now, you can try it for free at ziprecruiter.com/audio. Again, ziprecruiter.com/audio. And ZipRecruiter smart technology identifies top talent for your roles quickly. Immediately after you post your job, ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology starts showing you qualified people for it. Oh, what a concept. That's so amazing. So simple, but so brilliant. And it's so helpful for you. And here's what you need to do. Ditch the other hiring sites and stick with ZipRecruiter and find out what exactly you're looking for. That needle in a haystack, you're going to find it with ZipRecruiter because 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's great. If you're running a small business, this is music to your ears. So try it for free at this exclusive web address, ziprecruiter.com/audio. Again, ziprecruiter.com/audio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Yeah, I kind of butchered that, but you're welcome. I know I got a lot of small business owners that listen, and you're going to be hopping. You got to go check it out. If it's free, you might as well check it out. ZipRecruiter.com/audio. You're welcome in advance. Okay? Anyway. Oh, you know what we need to do right now? We need to jump. Why am I talking like this? Boom. Spock. Play with my dinghy. What? Spock? Son of a bitch. Let's jump into headlines before it gets way too weird.
Let's go! Let's go! And now, here are the headlines.
Well, this is interesting. Don't know how I feel about this. In a sense, I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh, well, they're not hurting anybody. But that being said, if I saw this, it would be hard not to get super irritated with the people that I'm staring at. Allegedly. Well, actually, it's not really allegedly because some people are coming on out and saying that they do this because they're like, it calms me down at work. When work gets stressful, my boss actually tells me to do my job. And I cry. This helps me. What are they doing? Allegedly, I keep saying allegedly, but a good chunk of GenZers are using pacifiers to soothe themselves when work gets too stressful. What would you do? You look across the cubicle, you look across the work site, you see your coworker doing Maggie Simpson on a freaking pacifier. No, come on. I posted this on Twitter over the weekend. Josh S. wrote, "Don't judge me." John wrote, "What the fuck?" Yes. And JR Slick wrote, "Orally?" No, they're sticking up their ass, JR. It's so gross. Listen, JR's joking, but he is, but he's not. Because you just never know. These Gen Zers are freaks, man. I tell you what. I got a good chunk of Gen Zers that listen. They're like, I don't use a pacifier anymore. I stopped. I was addicted. No, if you're a Gen Zer and you hear this, doesn't that kind of piss you off? It's not helping your case. There's so many people that are anti-Gen Zers. And you're sitting there working your butt off. You're grinding through the workday. You do what you're supposed to do. You go above and beyond. And then you hear a story like this where people are like, Gen Zers use pacifiers. because they can't handle the stress of work. Come on. Come on. At least put something in your mouth that other people can't see. Like, I could see that, I guess. It's the same thing as like chewing gum. Maybe that. Maybe you get a hidden pacifier. I don't know. Chew on a pacifier. Just don't make sure nobody can see it. You don't want to be one of those giant ones, those like turquoise blue ones. Oh, those were good ones. Those were very durable when my kids were little. When they're super little and they had pacifiers, like when they're first born. Those were great. Those are money. You start chewing on one of those, people are going to notice because they got that big old turquoise blue thingy-ish on the outside. If you can just chew on it, I guess it's fine. Come on, man. It would be really hard to take somebody seriously as an adult if they're sucking on a pacifier because they're stressed out. Regardless if they're stressed out or not. I'm sorry. I don't know how I'd handle that. I would lose a lot of respect for you. I'd tell you that much. Oh, Scott, that's not fair. Well, life's not fair, and you're the one chewing on a pacifier, not me. Don't like it. Don't like it. It'd be very hard to respect somebody if I looked across the office and saw that. Do you think Big Tim, who's running the crane on a work site, is going to be chomping on a pacifier? Probably not. Probably not. On Thursday, this is so crazy. On Thursday of last week, Starbucks Korea had to send out a notice to all of its stores instructing that customers will no longer be allowed to use desktop computers, printers, partitions, or multi-tap power strips inside the stores. What the fuck are they? They're putting like a portable office. People are like bringing their office to a Starbucks. First of all, in a sense, brilliant. You're saving on rent. But the balls on those people. Hey, Cowboy, what do you think about this? Oh, my goodness gracious. You have to have major, gigantic, cantaloupe-sized balls to basically do a complete office setup at a Starbucks. Like you said, Scotty, bravo for the big balls. But Jesus Christ. But I will tell you this. When they go up, those individuals go look in the mirror. They look up and down the body and they go, my God, I am all balls in these jeans. Heck yeah, they is. Yeah, thanks, Cowboy. That's ridiculous. What the? This is like the most random two stories. I would never think somebody would bring in their desktop computer. You know, the one with a tower. They're bringing up partitions. That's like even crazier too. You know, it's one thing to bring in your desktop computer. Then you're setting up partitions. You're setting up your own little office cubicle. What the shit, people? My God. This, I don't even know how to react to this. We've talked about similar stories, but the fact that a Harvard scientist is backing this story up kind of makes it a little freaky. Kind of does. Manhattan-sized interstellar object could be an alien probe here to destroy us. That's according to a Harvard scientist. Oh my good Lord.
That's fucking stupid.
Well, it's a Harvard scientist, okay? If it was like Todd from Subway, it was like, hey guys, there's an interstellar object coming our way and they're ready to probe us. Then I'd be like, shut the fuck up, Todd, and make me my BMT, okay? But no, this is a Harvard scientist who's smart, smarter than me. Then I started thinking, wow, God, what are some key words that go along with, aliens visiting us? Well, obviously they already said it, probes. And it might not just be, mature individuals will be like, well, probe, like it's going to come down here and evaluate Earth, blah, 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 blah. Immature individuals like myself and you, of course, we're just talking about abductions, okay? And nice, cold, slippery probes going up your back end, figuring out how the human anus works, okay? That's just where my head went, okay? You're welcome. And could you at least warm it up before you stick it in? Jesus Christ. I don't know where my head's at today. I'm recording this on Sunday. We're about to go to a neighborhood barbecue. And here I am talking about alien probes. Here's the thing, though, with all this. There's so many people out there that have, claimed to have some sort of interaction with an alien species or just UFO/UAPs. And we've had Congress and everybody, interacting with individuals, whistleblowers that claim that there's a lot more information and there's a lot of information that the governments are hiding and all this stuff. And the fact that they don't know what a lot of the UFOs are, UAPs are. Which, by the way, if you don't know what a UAP is, that's the rebranding of UFO, because there's such a nasty stench that goes along with UFO, because so many people have fucking lied about UFOs or, whatever. So UAP, unidentified aerial phenomenon. But there's going to be, if this is the case, if this is true, there's a couple things you can respond with. Wow, we'll finally know. Okay. Also, what the fuck am I going to do with it? Okay. If an alien comes down here and it's a superior race or a superior set of beings, then what the fuck are we going to do? Here's the other thing, too, that's bizarre. I know a lot of people think that when we finally interact with an alien species, an interstellar species, that they're going to be somewhat equivalent size to us. What's to say that they're not already here and they're a little bit more microscopic, or they're just more of bug-sized? We'd never fucking know. Or what if they're gigantic, right? Next thing you know, you're walking outside, you got some giant hammer dick freaking alien swinging his junk around and takes out your house. Listen, make that a Disney movie. The thing is, what are you going to do about it? Not much. Not much. I know there's some people that are freaking out about it. There's a lot of buzz around this. A lot of news organizations don't want to talk about it. But the fact that a Harvard scientist is talking about that puts some legitimacy behind the conversation. Is it right? Is it wrong? I don't know. I know that they're tracking this object, and part of the problem is the way the tail is working doesn't make sense. So that's what's bugging them. They're like, this does not look natural. This does not look like it's any sort of asteroid, doesn't look like anything like that. This looks, in the way it's traveling, it's just smart people are like going, that don't make no sense. So, I mean, it's just something to put in the back of your head. I believe it's expected to be around our sun within like a month or so. I don't know. I don't know what to say about it, other than sign up now for DeHuff Uncensored. Let's get this thing tracking worldwide, okay? Let's do it. That would be my luck. My freaking luck. This show would just blow up. Okay? It'd be like an international sensation. It just hit the right stream and everybody picks it up. They're like, "Oh, I love him. Look at this." Joe Rogan's like endorsing me and all this stuff. And he's like, "I want to have you on the show." And I'll be like, "I don't know, Joe. Maybe if I have time." Right? I get to that level. That would be my luck. And then aliens would come down and blow the shit out of us. That would be my luck, right? Next thing you know, I'm fighting off a probe in a UFO, UAP. And then I look over, there's Joe Rogan. He's like, "Dude, isn't this crazy?" I'll be like, "I know, Joe, right? Look at us. We're both fighting off probes." He's put somebody in like an arm bar. I don't know any self-defense moves, so I'm just like, wiggling my booty away from it. Yeah. It's a great visual for you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Anyway, life could end in like October. So we'll see. We'll see. But honestly, there's nothing we can do about it. Nothing. But I know if they come in peace, we're going to fuck it up. So again, if you've never heard, clusterfuck of madness, that's my theory, is no matter what, we will fuck it up. No matter what. They could come in peace, we will fuck it up. And it doesn't matter if, let's say, the United States is all on board for making peace, some other entity is going to fuck it up. Right? And do you think the United States we could all agree on something? No, we're such a divided country that half of us might agree, the other half not. I mean, we got fucking Gen Z sucking on pacifiers watching the aliens come down. I don't know. It's going to be crazy. But no matter what, we as a whole, we as a society will fuck it up. That is the cluster fuck of madness theory. No matter what. And you got to remember, too, that when you look at it from, I believe that's the dark forest theory, is when you talk about tribes in general, stronger will take out the weaker. Weaker is going to try to make itself relevant and either defend itself or be subordinate to the higher tribe. Either way, that's just the way shit works. Doesn't matter if both are trying to claim peace. Eventually, it's going to get to the point where whoever feels the more dominant is going to try to assert itself. So even if it started off friendly, it's gonna. And let's be honest, we're very arrogant as a whole. So it's an interesting thing to roll around in your brain. But come on, man. You know shit's going to be going great for you. You're going to be like, "Oh, I finally got my life on track. No more doing crack. no more jerking people off in the back alleys. Finally got my cholesterol down too. Oh, aliens. Fuck. You thought this was going to be a more mature show? No. Come on. Anyway, hi, Joe. Joe Rogan does not listen to this show, but he should. He doesn't, though. Breast milk. We talked about this when it first came out. It was a limited edition thing, and now they're making it a ongoing thing for you to consume, right? Frida and Oddfellows breast milk ice cream is sweet, a little salty, smooth, with hints of honey and sprinkles, and features a distinct yellow tinge. Like I said, it's no longer a limited time. You can now buy it online. So if you're trying to kick the habit of drinking breast milk, now you could just eat breast milk, I guess.
Okay, can people stop drinking the breast milk?
Okay, Ross, we will. It's going to be ice cream, though. Here's what's funny about people bagging on the idea of consuming breast milk. This is breast milk flavored. It's not made with actual breast milk. But here's the thing. What's weirder, drinking breast milk from a human being or drinking milk from a cow or a goat or something else or an almond? What's weirder? Interspecies? Come on. Jeez, guys. It's healthier for you to drink breast milk. It's not as good for you to drink cow's milk. That's what I'm just saying, ladies. I mean, another reason it's great to be a woman. One, people think you're extremely attractive. You could roll out of bed, no makeup, and the majority of guys out there are going to think you're sexy as hell. And you could turn on your camera and make $1 million in a month on OnlyFans. Also, the milk that your body generates when you're pregnant is extremely healthy towards other humans. So that's great. I think I would try this. Listen, you guys order some of this Frida and Old Oddfellows breast milk ice cream. I'll come over. We'll try some. Be good. Be good. Good times. Good times. Hey, honey, I'll be back. I'm going to go over to Doug's house because we're going to eat some breast milk. It's so weird. So bizarre. Anyway, we got a huge sports section coming up. But real quick, when it comes to roof repairs, I'm having the hardest time speaking today. What is going on? When it comes to roof repairs, you're going to want the best. You're going to want to go with the GOAT. Who's the GOAT? You know. You guys know. It's Roof Goat USA. You said it with me. Oh, that's adorable. Look at us. They've been in business for over 23 years. They understand the headache that comes with fixing a roof, whether it's repair, replacement, insurance claims. Oh, insurance. They're such a pain. But you know what? Roof Goat USA knows how to deal with all that stuff. They got experienced professionals that are committed to delivering reliable and durable solutions. They prioritize the safety and comfort of your family, making sure that your home is well protected against all the elements. Roof Goat USA guarantees their work. Oh, check this out. 30-year guarantee. 30-year guarantee from install date. That's all materials and labor for 30 years from date of installation. That's the Roof Goat USA way. For all your roofing needs, go ahead, contact the GOAT, 303-495-4630. Again, 303-495-4630, or go to roofgoatusa.com. Again, roofgoatusa.com. Experience the Roof Goat USA difference today. And what we need to do right now is jump into sports.
He's walked the hallowed grounds of Folsom Field, Coors Field, and Mile High Stadium.
He runs at the 50. He runs at the 40. The guy is drunk, but there he goes.
It's time for sports with DeHuff.
Before we get into the Broncos recap, Shedeur Sanders really lit up social media on Friday night as he made his debut. Even though it's preseason, his debut with the Cleveland Browns. He started the game, and he looked good. He did. In all honesty, he was going against the ones for the Panthers. Meanwhile, he didn't have any of the ones. I don't think there was any ones playing for the offensive line or anybody on the offense for the Browns. If there was, there's maybe a little sprinkle of them. But he went out there and looked good, made smart plays, not a lot of dump-offs. I want to say his average pass was about 7 yards, but he threw a few down the field that looked pretty good too. He is 14 of 23, 138 yards passing. He had 2 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, and he's not known as a rusher, but he had 19 yards off of 4 rushes, okay? He looked good, calm, collected. Not bad. Not bad. Here's what's wild, too. He was threading the needle. He looked really good. I know some people are like, oh, I don't like how he threw that one, blah, blah, blah. You got to remember, where's he throwing to? He's trying to throw so his receiver can make adjustments. Because there was one, I'm like, well, he did that one was fine because it was a little bit behind, but the reason is it went away from the defender. The guy was able to catch it. But here's the thing, a lot of threading of the needle. A lot. I don't think there was one that I saw that made me go, ooh, that's a little risky. That he's lucky on that play. Don't recall if I saw one like that. So good for Shedeur. Essentially, what I said was going to happen. I recorded the show, my last show of last week, on Wednesday night. It aired on Thursday. Everything that I said I hoped would happen happened. He threw for 2 touchdowns. He was efficient. He threaded the needle. He evaded the poor blocking in the defensive rush and was able to make plays. He looked good. Now, when you look at what he accomplished, is he able to do it again? That's the thing. That's the key. It's the Panthers. Yes, they're a professional football team. He should be damn freaking proud of himself for what he did. But here's the thing. What do I always say? Do it again. Do it again. If he goes out there, who do they play next? I want to say it's the Eagles. Yeah, they play the Eagles. If he goes out there, and here's the thing too. It depends. Is it the third string, the second string that he's playing against? If he struggles against the second and third, that's a glaring problem. If he goes out there and he's playing against some of the first stringers and he does well, that's great. That's great. But even if he succeeds going against the 2s and the 3s, that's still good. The point is, I'm very happy with Shedeur Sanders' performance against the Panthers. He looked fantastic. There's somebody trying to troll me on Twitter. They're like, Shedeur Sanders is so much better than Bo Nix. Bo Nix should get cut, and they should trade blah 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 for Shedeur. I'm like, I didn't even respond to that. I'm like, shut up. I responded the first time that he was like, dude, Shedeur so much better than Bo Nix. I'm like, fuck off. Jesus Christ. Stop it. No. Do it again. That's it. That's all I'm asking. Do it again, and I want to see if he does it again, does that make him jump up the depth chart? Because most likely, as of right now, I believe he's still the number 4 quarterback. And there's a good chance going into the Eagles game, right up to game time, he's still going to be the number 4 guy. But the only reason is the other guys aren't playing either due to old age, Joe Flacco, or injury. So he's getting his shot. But good for him. Very proud of him. Very proud of him. And gosh dang it, he's proud of himself. And that's good. But do it again. That's it. Broncos 49ers game. Recap of that real quick. Defense looked great for the Denver Broncos, as it should. Although both the ones for offense and defense kind of struggled to start the game. Not very impressive performance. They did go for it on 4th down, I want to say twice in converted. At least converted once. Either way, sorry, I can't recall. I didn't write that down. But anyway, struggled a little bit, sputtered a little bit. But then the defense emerged. The defense looked great. A lot of pressures. Nick Bonito was making his presence known. The Broncos secondary looked great, had a few picks. It was good. They looked really freaking good. Very impressed with the Denver Broncos. When they go out next time, I want to see more performance. If they allow it, will they allow Bo Nix to play some more? Because Jared Stidham looked great. But will Bo Nix go out there And will he shine? We'll see. We'll see. I want to see that. Am I concerned about the Denver Broncos offense? Absolutely not. RJ Harvey looked good. He had some flashes of greatness out there as far as big bursts of speed, evasion, and running some guys over. Good. He's only going to get better. And, you know, they have that multi-head attack of running backs. So that's going to be interesting to see because every one of those guys has a specialty, a special ingredient that they add to the recipe for the Denver Broncos run game. So it'll be interesting to see how Sean Payton uses those guys, who makes the final roster, and how they're going to use them during the season. So very, very interesting. Von Miller was on Part of My Take, the Barstool guys. We'll get into another story with Barstool here in a second. But he was talking about the Denver Broncos and how they're playing good now and how that makes him feel.
You know, at first it's like, yeah, I'm on a new team. And like, as time goes like by, like, you just miss those days, man. I had spent so much time in Denver, man. They're doing so many good things with that organization, building a new facility and new stadium, and everything is just going crazy. They got a good team now. You're just like, damn, man. Like, it's like seeing your old girlfriend with a new guy and she's happy.
Mm-hmm.
You like,
yeah, because
like,
at first,
like,
it still got the spank thing. But at first you won the breakup because you left, and then Nathaniel Hackett. So you were like, wow, that's a mess.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm here. But now she's starting to get in shape, and like she's starting to look good now, and she's bouncing back, and you're like, dang, like I should send that hey big head text.
What's a big head text? Is that like a penis thing? I don't get that. Somebody let me know. What does that mean? I should send her my big head text. Talk about his dick, right? That's weird. It's weird because a lot of places are playing that. I don't know what that means. I can admit that. I can admit it. Don't know. Anyway, he's still in love with the Denver Broncos. Vaughn, that's great. It's actually a breath of fresh air. He's playing for the Commanders now, and he's going to make, you know, an impact. Is he going to be their star defensive player? Probably not. I like his honesty. It is a breath of fresh air that Von Miller can go out there. Yes, I'm playing for another team that's not the Denver Broncos, but I can admit that's where my heart's at. But I'm going to give it my all with the Washington Commanders. I like that. Good for Vaughn. That's honesty in life that a lot of us don't have and are scared to project. So good for Von Miller. I like that. I think that's neat. And Vaughn, you know it. I think all of Broncos country is on the same page as me. Yes, Vaughn, we miss you. Go play with the Commanders. When you're ready to retire, we're here for you. We will support you. You will be forever a Denver Bronco. Sign that one-day contract and walk away into that orange sunset as a Denver Bronco for life. Okay? That's the way it is. It's like, yeah, I know you're out there doing other things, but you're forever a Denver Bronco, Vaughn. Forever. I'm fine with the fact that he's playing somewhere else. He's openly admitting that it's just not the right fit for him here. He's somewhere else. That's okay. We're waiting. Anyway, I was telling you this. The guys at Barstool wrote an article about this. This is where I got it from. And they made the headline something to the effect of something amazing is happening in the Atlantic Ocean and nobody's talking about it. Well, I'm going to talk about it because, damn it. So amazing. Adam Ratcliffe, David Bruce, Jack Jarvis, Sam Edwards. Those are 4 individuals that are doing something amazing. They're rowing across the Atlantic Ocean. That's about 3,500 miles from New York City to the UK. As I read this article, it was day 51. They're raising money for Head Up, a charity based in the United Kingdom that promotes mental health awareness for their military. This is fantastic. Why aren't more people talking about this? BarStool Sports is 100% correct. One, just doing the activity, the feat of rowing across the Atlantic Ocean, over 3,500 miles-ish, I guess. And they're doing it for a great charity. That's phenomenal. Tip of my cap to those guys. That's cool. Rowing is a very difficult thing, and now you're doing it on the ocean. Freaking amazing. I hope they succeed on that. They've done stuff that's similar, but not to this extent. Very cool. Very cool. Kudos to those individuals. If you guys ever see something like that, please send it my way. DeHuffPodcast@gmail.com. I love that stuff. Whether it's something like this or maybe it's a funny article and you're like, I don't know if DeHuff found it. I would rather you send me something that I already have than than not sending me something I didn't have. Right? You know what I mean? So go ahead and send me stuff. Again, DeHuffPodcast@gmail.com. Or you can hit me up on my socials @DeHuffPodcast. I love it. Love it. But that is a really cool thing. That's got to be tough. Rowing. I've been on a kayak, and that overturned in some random bay in Australia. Don't need to hash that, where I almost got ate by a shark. It could have happened. Just shut up, okay? It could have happened. It was shark-infested waters. I was in the water for like 10 minutes. Don't need to revisit it, okay? But what I'm saying is that was difficult. Not like extremely hard, but imagine doing the rowing, and these guys are doing like fast and doing that all day. That's phenomenal. Phenomenal. Good for them. Again, they're raising money for Head Up, a charity based in the United Kingdom that promotes mental health awareness for their military. I like that. Anytime you can help out the military, do it. Do it. I have several people in my family that are military veterans, and I know a sliver of what they've gone through, and I know a lot of them don't like to talk about it. So if you can help them out in a way, that this is a great way to bring awareness for it. So I think that's cool. Good for them. Anyway, thank you guys so much for supporting the show. Really do appreciate it. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I know my brain was all over the place, but it's okay. I'm about to go hammer some ribs for my neighbor. Yeah. Guess what I'm bringing to the barbecue? Hot dogs and little wieners. Kid you not, those little Vienna sausages things. That's what my son wanted to bring in barbecue sauce. I'm like, okay, whatever. Cool. Big thanks to Roof Goat USA. Go check them out at roofgoatusa.com. Also, don't forget, go to ziprecruiter.com/audio. If you're looking to get that free trial with ZipRecruiter, go to ziprecruiter.com/audio and start stacking your office with amazing employees or your crew, whatever it is, whatever industry you're in. You got to check out ziprecruiter.com/audio. Like I said, the fact that it's free, and if you're running a business and you want to get some legit folks in there, that's how you do it. Thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing. Have a wonderful day. Let's continue to move forward. I'll talk to you next time.